Oh, he's back, people. Okay, so One Piece chapter 976 has just come out, and I just finished reading it, and oh my god, it was everything I wanted. Something that I am really happy. Uh, it's hard to put into words, honestly, but let's just start from the beginning. So, okay, sorry, I'm a little excited from the big reveal at the end of the chapter, but anyway, so the chapter begins basically from where we left off with the surprising turn that Kin luckily managed to get the message from Yasu wrong, help pretty much getting it so that all the forces that they've gathered up to this point managed to survive and not get ambushed by the rest of Kaido and Orochi's forces. And the best part is the scabbards are literally teasing him, saying, "Admit it, kid. Admit it. You thought it was here at the port. You didn't know it was at the wharf over there, did you? Just admit you got the message wrong." Kin is basically trying to deny it for a good few seconds, but it's like, fine, fine, fine. Even if I do say that, I feel like I've used up all our good luck, and they are saying it is very lucky. They did kind of have a lot of good luck to survive all of that, everything, to manage to survive a huge betrayal and having their entire plan leaked. And now having people think that, oh, it's just a bunch of samurai in a little dinghy, or they're all wiped out, which means they have the element of surprise on their hands for Kaido and everyone else back on the island. So they'll be able to do some kind of damage. So as this is going on, we are getting some moments with everyone around the forces saying like, "Come, we fight. We go to Onigashima." But Kawamatsu dives into the water and goes straight towards land to try and rescue Momo. Kanjuro sees this coming and ends up drawing one big giant crane. Uh, Kawamatsu actually misses, surprisingly. I thought it would at least deal some damage to Kanjuro, but whatever, convenience. I mean, not everything can go the hero's way in the story. I mean, it would just be too much convenience isn't that great for a story unless it's set up to be really good. So Kanjuro manages to create this big crane. He gets on with Momo and they start flying away. So I think he's taking them to Onigashima or the Flower Capital. I don't think it was mentioned where Kanjuro's going to take Momo. So Kanjuro goes up into the air. Everyone starts to realize that Kanjuro was the traitor, specifically the Straw Hats. Sanji's like, "Wait, was Kanjuro actually a mole?" Robin's like, "Yes, we better help." Chopper then ends up telling Luffy, who is down there, who is off on some rubble, saying that Kanjuro's a traitor. So as this is going on, Sanji is using his jet step to try and reach Kanjuro, but Kanjuro manages to use his powers to paint this giant thundercloud. Well, it looks like a thundercloud, but it ends up raining down large like needles of ink down onto all the ships, hurting people and destroying a few ships and damaging a lot of the ships as well. So as this is going on, Momo's trying to get Kanjuro to stop. He's like, "Yes, they're all going to die because your father and mother, Toki and Odin, basically delayed their deaths for a full 20 years." I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, their sacrifice gave everyone there 20 years to prepare and live their lives so they could eventually save their homes. That's something you gotta keep in mind. And then Momo does something insanely courageous, really showing his own growth and how he'll end up becoming the new shogun of Wano, basically stating right here, right now, "Go to Onigashima and fight Kaido. Take him down. I'll find my own way to escape. I'll manage it somehow. Go on ahead. Don't rescue me." Everyone's and all of his and all the soldiers like, "That's our young lord for you. He's so brave." So stuff like that. He's just a kid, but he's so brave. Then Luffy's like, "Okay," but he basically does his whole Luffy thing where he mixes a compliment with a chummy with a friendly insult. He's like, "Yeah, Momo, you're nothing but a snotty little brat with the top knot for a head," stuff like that. I can't remember word for word. All Momo's matter basically getting angry, like, "Who is this guy? We should kill him for saying all that stuff." And then Louis like, be ready. We'll come back and save you because you're our friend. And that's where that interaction ends. And one of the shit, and as is going on, Luffy, after saying that, Luffy states that they're gonna go to Onigashima now, and we will get a few scenes with like kids saying like, we can't let the Straw Hats outdo us. Let's move on. And Law's like, you samurai, get off my ship. Since Law didn't really mean to get them on his ship, which is a pretty hilarious interaction. So as is going on, they realize that one of the ships ended up going towards the distance, like running away. But then all of a sudden, some of the ships got hit with long range cannon fire. So it's then they realized they just went down into the distance so they can get away from everyone. That way they can take out the rest of the ships from afar. Everyone's like, we gotta take these guys out now because if we don't close the distance and take them out, we're gonna lose a lot of our forces. But as this is going on, and while the Beast Pirates in that ship are reveling in their somewhat victory, all of a sudden, one of the ships gets pierced by a spear of water, like wave spear. And then everyone's like, what the hell's going on? Who's there? And then on the rubble of one of the ships, we see someone talking, saying like, I beg you welcome. I have come from the Ryugu Kingdom of the Fishman District in the Ryugu Kingdom at the bottom of the sea. And I am joining I have exchanged cups of sake with the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. I am the first son of the sea, Jinbei. And just like that, Jinbei shows up, everyone's excited. Law and Kid have these shocked expressions, like Law's like, what the hell? And Kid is just surprised that a former warlord is now going to be part of Luffy's crew. And Jinbei's like, I'm sorry for having you guys wait so long. It took a while to get here. Now this was the moment I really wanted to see. I mean, a whole two arcs ago, Jinbei seemed to have been caught in a whole big thing with Big Mom and her pirates. Like, it was almost like he had almost no escape route. We thought something bad would happen to Jinbei, or he was just captured by Big Mom. But he managed to get away. Probably something that his former crewmates managed to get him to safety before Big Mom showed up, or everyone managed to miraculously escape. We have no idea. But the one thing that me and a lot of people that read One Piece are really happy about is that Jinbei actually managed to show up for this arc. Everyone wanted Jinbei to show up for this arc. People were speculating like the worst, like, oh, maybe Jinbei was turned into a homie? Nah, I wouldn't see that. I don't see Oda doing that, especially having two arcs post time skip stating, oh, Jinbei, join my crew. Jinbei's like, sure, but let me just finish things at Big Mom's territory. We can get to Big Mom's territory. Jinbei's like, I'm sorry, Luffy, I'll catch up to you guys in Wano. Let me just finish this stuff here. Luffy and everyone go off to Wano. Jinbei is supposed to show up there. We don't know what happens. And then he shows up like a boss, takes out one ship all by himself. Now that is something that I really loved. I really love Jinbei. He's a really good character, and I'm finally glad that he's finally here. And the entirety of the Straw Hat crew is together, and Jinbei is officially part of the Straw Hat Pirates from this moment onwards. We even get his bounty revealed at like 458 million. So he's like, he's like half of Luffy's previous bounty, pretty much. So I'm happy for that. We get his bounty. He's officially the Straw Hat's helmsman. It's just a whole lot that just came up. We get the start. At the start of this chapter, we didn't think anything was gonna happen. We just thought, okay, they're gonna finish off the rest of these guys. Momo's gonna get kidnapped, like I suspected, and then they're gonna end up having to save him later on. And Momo will have to do something to save himself or make things easier for everyone else later on. And then the chapter would end at them landing at Onigashima or something like that, or on their way to right on the path of Onigashima. But having Jinbei show up at this very crucial moment, where okay, so Kidamon's stupidity saved thousands of people from getting killed and saved their entire plan to take down Kaido and everyone else. Then we have the moment with Momo getting kidnapped and everyone swearing, okay, we're going to take down Kaido and then we're going to rescue Momo, or we'll do both. But to have Jinbei show up at the very last second, take down the ship on his own with an epic entrance, showing up like it's nothing. It's something I wanted for so long. I'm just glad Oda brought Jinbei back at this moment at the very least. I mean, I would have been fine with him showing up, like if they were fighting like Big Mom or Kaido, and Jinbei's like, just does like one big shoulder does one giant fishman karate attack to try and get Kato off guard for a second, and then we have a nice fight. But having Jinbei show up is something that I was really not expecting. Well, at this point, it just makes me really happy. But yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of stuff happens from this point onward, because so far, Wano is now one of my favorite arcs in the series in general, and I just can't wait to see what happens next. Jinbei's here. All 10 members of the Straw Hats are in one arc, one area at the same time. So this just makes things even better. But yeah, what did you guys think of this chapter of One Piece? Was it one of the best chapters? As Oda is not disappointed in my book. But what did you guys think? What do you think is going to happen next? And how do you think Jinbei showing up at this crucial point will affect the rest of the story? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, anything at all, leave it down in the comments so I can try and do something. And with all that said, hope you guys have an awesome day.